Tel Staffing and HR, in conjunction with PatriotTV.live, bring you Play Harder Radio, the premier patriotic sports and BS talk show from America's Gulf Coast. Things that matter in the world of sports and things that don't matter to anyone. It's just Faja's opinion. Where the F-bomb is allowed, but frowned upon. This is Play Harder Radio. And now, your host, James Grant.
We're supposed to abandon all at once the fundamental truth all of us know and have always known. And we're supposed to do it for no other reason than it will hurt people's feelings if we don't. It'll hurt Leotan's feelings. Of course, his feelings are the only feelings that matter, right? When it comes to the swimming issue. His feelings and the feelings of other trans people, I mean, those feelings for some reason are supposed to outweigh the feelings of women who don't want their sports destroyed. And their privacy invaded, their very identities appropriated and stolen and cheapened and fetishized and turned into a Halloween costume. The feelings of a million women are dust when stacked up against the feelings of one gender-confused man. All of reality is dust. Biology, science, truth, all of it is supposed to be thrown out the window. Because of one trans person's feelings. Well, I say to that, no. That's what I say. And I urge everyone in this room to say no to this. Don't affirm what you know are lies. Everyone knows it's a lie. Don't cooperate with what you know is wrong. Don't abandon what you know is true. Don't pretend to believe what you don't believe. So it takes a lot of courage in this world, I think, to say no. It's a word that's not said nearly enough. A guy like Leah Thomas has never heard it in his life. Ever. No one's ever told him no. No one's ever sat him down and said, dude, no. This is not happening.
You're not a girl.
But he needs to hear it now. All the gender ideologies now. All of the liars and frauds trying to push and coerce and shame us into surrendering our common sense. All the cry bullies using emotional blackmail because they have no arguments. Everyone demanding pretend to believe what we don't believe. All of them everywhere. Need to hear it. No.
Love it.
Oh, look, and there's...
And right on cue, she shows up, does she? So, hey, welcome back to another week of Play Harder Radio.
Hey, Jim.
I'm Faja. This is
Pat.
Baril. Producer Todd.
And Greg.
Behind the control panel. Greg
and Kellie are with us.
Greg and Kellie are on the Zoom, about to pop into your screen.
Did we ever think we'd be at a place where we have to say, no, you're not a girl?
It's ridiculous.
Thank you, Greg. Hi, how are you?
What's up, my man?
It's crazy. The world's gone mad.
I know, and it's matter every day. It's like every day I don't think we can push any farther beyond reality. And now I feel my reality must be wrong.
It's like this last week or two is like, holy, wow. That's all I can say. It's like, wow.
Holy girl balls.
And people are like losing it.
Yeah.
Like friends, family, I mean, they're just like losing it. It's like crazy.
Sitting there watching.
Sad.
I know I'm jumping out of order, but sitting there watching the Oscars when they're screaming gay, gay, gay to all us Florida people that obviously don't understand what's going on.
Wanda Sykes and fat-ass Amy Schumer bite me.
Did she get bigger boobs?
Who, Wanda Sykes or Amy Schumer?
Amy Schumer.
No, she gained 30 pounds.
Oh, is that it? She had to get boobs, too, because
I thought she's lost weight.
Well, she had this little side angle where I was going, wow. Thought she was a man before the Oscars.
Where did
she shows up in a mustache
next week? Does anybody know where she got that tent? I'm going camping in a couple weeks.
Oh, I'm sure Kelly's Googled pitching a tent since our first show with me.
Greg, you missed the show with the topic of pitching a tent.
Hey, Kelly.
You know, like in the morning.
Hey.
I would love to see that. When was that on?
She had no idea. She was completely. She laughed very hard at one point, but she was doing it out of courtesy for us, I think, instead of actually.
Because she has no idea how to be trans.
Morning wood and pitching a tent.
Trans. Don't get me started on that shit. What a fuck mess that is.
I don't mean to go off topic already.
I don't even have any idea how you're supposed to listen. Like you said about the last week, Greg, I have no idea how we're supposed to get through the events of the last week or so since the last show without saying the F-bomb.
Yeah,
100 times.
Maybe we should say the T-bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Tranny bomb, F-bomb, whatever.
Well,
Tits.
and now I think Will Smith is possibly a tranny, too, because he's...
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to come over and slap you now.
Yeah. Who slaps people?
Yeah.
Who does that?
Wilma Smith.
Oh, I thought you meant Wilma and Fred.
Yeah, I was thinking Will Flintstone, too.
Have you ever had Johnny Walker Black Label in a bang? Woof.
Dude, what are you doing drinking all the booze, man?
See, hey,
Sure.
look at this. See these?
See,
right
Kelly, I
here?
do have it. Just for you.
Do you see these?
Or Mark.
Brought to you by Scotch.
What movie was
Bourbon.
that where the girl asked for a drink on the plane, and they bring her the little bottles,
Airline
and
bottle?
she goes, I'm an alcoholic, not a Barbie.
That is a Barbie drink. That's pretty funny. Well, now I'm a diva, and I can't. I'm also claustrophobic, so I can't.
Are you a
fly.
tranny, too?
I'm not yet, but it seems like they've got the shit figured out. I'm not against it.
I see us going from 0.6% to around 30 or 40 real quick.
If there's that many advantages to it, whitehouse.gov, this is what, Tranny Awareness Minute or something like that. I was on my way to the studio tonight. I was listening to all the different things. I didn't even get past the commercial break because there's so many things we're having to recognize now, from the TSA to the classroom to just in general on trans rights. And now we get an X on our passport if you don't define as binary, I guess. So is non-binary, we don't really give a shit, and binary is what am I, Jim?
You're a man. Oh, shit, now I'm in trouble.
I will
Thank you, Greg.
I'm going to go with the Supreme Court nominee answer.
I'm
not a biologist.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know I'm not pansexual because I had to Google that as that was going through my scroll.
What was pansexual? Wait a minute. Before we get into all this, okay, listen.
Oh, have I screwed
Hey, there's an
everything up?
echo on Facebook.
See?
What
Thanks,
Kelly?
Todd.
There's an echo on Facebook.
Come on, Todd.
Hey, it's
I
not
heard
my
it,
fault.
and Scott said he can hear it.
All right, we'll get it fixed.
Okay.
So why did
Don't
you
fucking
interrupt?
sigh.
Why did you interrupt my story?
Because I just wanted to give a little rundown of. We're going to hit a couple personal things from last week.
Yeah.
We're going to hit.
I noticed it's all you.
And then we got the Sleepy Joe, KamalaDingDong.com segment. And a little January 6th deal, which sucks. Jon Stewart, the problem with white people, we're going to cover.
Finally.
Arizona, the Attorney General, referred for criminal action against the Secretary of State.
Big freaking deal.
Some, kids and heart attacks, the Oscars, and the Disney and the Don't Say Gay. And then the big topic is the reason we let off with Matt Walsh is the transgender.
Yeah, I had a lot of replies on that one group on Facebook.
In the
What was your post?
Let's go, Brandon, in the Let's Go Brandon group. And Pat, I think I added you to it.
I don't care.
I know.
I'm not opening Facebook until I die. I mean, it's going to be, I'm going to use my
That's
pictures
how we communicate.
on my digital. No, it's not. I will not. Text me. You have my number now. Email me. I will not.
now listen. Kelly will email you.
Perfect.
Least likely. Instagram message you? Facebook
That
message you?
nobody texts.
Text you?
No, I'm not on social media. Just know that.
Telegram you?
I don't even know what that
Gitter
is.
you?
Is that when you mail me something?
Gitter? Twitter? Bitter.
Oh,
Bitter. I like bitter.
She's best at bitter.
Okay, I like that. Just know that I will not
you're
respond.
not
Text.
a double barrel.
Oh, I get that. That's my name. Text me or email me, Kelly, for any correspondence because I will not open Facebook on a regular basis. I
That's a
just
pain
don't
in
care.
the butt to try to send something that's
Yeah,
on
I know.
Instagram video. It's just so easy to just send it in Instagram Messenger.
It's kind of my middle name, or I just don't care. I mean, send it to Faja. He'll bring it up on the show. I'll respond, but I'm not getting plugged back in. I don't even want to be plugged back into politics, much less social media.
You love this. See, here's the lie.
What
This
part?
little-
What's the lie?
This little twerp is perpetuating.
Twerp.
I ran into his wife this week.
Yeah, and
Last week. This week, Monday.
she said you looked old.
That's nice.
She didn't.
You guys are like, what was that show? Oscar and Felix.
Yeah.
Oh,
the odd couple.
Couple.
It's the odd couple.
Yeah.
You're Felix.
I'm confused now.
Yeah, because Greg knows I'm not. I'm Oscar.
Oh, of course you are.
Right, you're
Because
the-
you have
you're-
you have a male dominant
You're the one on
superiority
the other side of the
complex.
fence.
John Stewart was talking about you.
John Stewart was talking about me. Greg is. I'm glad you're here. I still don't. I don't know you well enough yet.
Yeah, same here. This is all new to me. So.
Listen, you can say anything you want about me, and it won't offend me. So,
I keep
however,
trying.
if you ever want to
you don't get offended by any kind of word.
very.
And how?
Yep.
But now, if you call him a Democrat, he will be offended.
A Democrat?
Oh, Democrat, I'm sorry. I missed-
Facebook, there
Yeah,
it goes.
yeah.
It comes back.
Gotta get it right. Democrat.
So let's get some sports interjected into this sports show.
Oh, we have sports? I
Right?
didn't see that on
Oh,
your
are
SO
there
heart
trainings
attack.
in there?
So we're going to get to tranny sports later. Can we? You know what? That is the way I say it, but boy, I know they don't like that.
Which part?
Gay.
So am I listening
Where
to
am I listening to it at?
it must be the delay we speak of. Oh, okay.
Still
cool.
Echo says.
So I don't see a sport on this entire 2-page cheat sheet unless you call slapping Chris Rock a sport.
So Michigan, there's one called Michigan there, and that has to do with Kelly. You said it's still echoing.
Well, that's what people are
Hey
saying in
Todd,
chat.
take it. Do whatever you need to do.
Cut Faja's mic. It'll help.
No, I've got to go in here and figure out what's going on.
So Michigan doesn't even have a sport. They're snow fishing. I mean, Todd just told me it's snowing right now.
So their spring game is Saturday.
Spring of what?
Football, like
Oh.
all college teams
Oh.
do a spring football game.
Wow. And it's still snowing.
And their honorary captain is going to be none other than I
Leah
was
Thompson.
mind-bogglingly their honorary captain is going to be Colin Kaepernick.
No, brother.
So you're denouncing Big Blue?
I think I'm going to denounce Big Blue football.
God, that's gotta hurt. I mean, I'm not even joking.
I mean, I already
right now.
can't stand Jim Harbaugh.
How the hell is Colin Kaepernick still relevant?
Well, you know what? Somebody made a good point that that's right, Jeffrey Lean, Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, no way.
And so,
Hi, Jeff.
but wait, listen, it gets better. So, there's a bunch of people upset. A bunch of people think it's great. Somebody
Jeff
made
doesn't.
the point that he played for Harbaugh in San Francisco, so And I'm like, okay, well, yeah.
His
But
half a
this
season of
doesn't make
relevancy.
sense for he started in the Super Bowl, and somebody said, yeah, well, his RPO skills were next worldly, all universe. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, but so you've alienated.
It was a good game.
See, it's Michigan, which is, I think they're trying to position themselves as the university woke.
Well, and Michigan's really white. I don't know if you've been there for a while, but
Especially around Ann Arbor, right outside of Detroit.
Yes, my dad went to college there. He went to Ann Arbor.
And so, anyway, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was a...
I know, Scott, Frozen
Wolverine.
4, baby. So, anyway, Colin Kaepernick, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
I guess...
You just have to be kidding me. And somebody says on Twitter, wait till you find out who's speaking at...
Al Sharpton.
At commencement this year. And I had not heard. And I'm like, make my day, brother. And this girl, and Bridget comes on and she goes, I'll make your day. Everybody's favorite doctor. And it's an emoji with a mask.
Fauci. Oh, my God.
Yep.
Oh.
So Colin Kaepernick.
What the hell does he have to say? Really, either of them.
Fauci speaking at your commencement?
You talk about the odd couple.
I guess I think still I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh my gosh, what is he gonna say? What's he gonna say? Oh my God.
Is he gonna flip-flop for the 37th time?
I'm so sorry for your loss. The Minnesota Golden Gophers will welcome you as a fan.
Jeff, which one is a terrible decision? Kaepernick or Fauci?
Yeah, I know what his answer is going to be.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's either
both.
the midget or the other
I
guy.
just was...
Sorry, that was bad.
Greg, you're in Wisconsin?
Chicago.
Who are you? Do you have a college football interest?
Golden Gophers.
Not really.
Gotcha.
No. I do like baseball. That's the only sport that I like.
I was just crapper, Nick.
They're ruining every sport systematically. What the hell does Fauci have to do with sports other than he's killed more athletes than freaking anybody since Entebbe, or the Olympics. I don't even know if I've just mixed up my references, but more athletes have dropped dead on courts, running tracks, fields, all over the place from the stupid vaccine.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark said that both Greg and I have an echo.
What about me? How do I sound?
No, because you're in studio.
Oh.
It's the Zoom calls that have the echo.
I tried to clean up the screen captures and stuff, and I guess I messed it up. So we need
Todd
you guys
will get it
figured out, I'm sure.
Yeah, we need you guys to be here. Come on, Kelly. Come on, Greg.
I see you sent your freaking flyer miles past.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not against that, man.
When we get Crowder-ish size, we'll just fly you in every week.
Yeah, there you go.
There we
What
go.
we'll do is we'll fly you in on Friday night and then back home on Thursday night.
I watched the Jim Rome show. I used to listen to him on radio all the time before sports pissed me off, and I watched him on TV on CBS today. I was killing time before my tennis lesson, and he has upped his game so much. I've always liked that. Do you know Jim Rome, obviously, I assume, because you're a sports guy? I mean, his show, he was, I guess, there before the SmackDown, and he had some really funny callers today. But just to see his production crew, that Alvin and the other guys, they have upped their game. We need to get there, Jim.
I'd like to. We'll get it figured out, Jeff. It could be because of the way, it could be the other, I wonder if it's the other two, if you need to delete the other two shots.
That's what I just did. I'm just going in and trying to do what I can.
Because it's never happened before.
No, it used to, but
So-
we fixed it.
Okay.
Jim, the most important question from last week is, please, as you were putting your suit and tie on yesterday, last week as the show ended, you were going to put your fez on, drive a go-kart, and go to the beach. Please tell us more about that.
Then so I was
You're an elk.
initiated into the Royal Order of the Elks.
Good job, man.
No.
I'm so proud of you.
That's right.
I'm
You're
so
doing that.
proud of you,
Right.
man.
Do you get it? The antlers? Do you get it?
Where's your horn?
I didn't
Your
until you,
antlers?
baby.
until you
It's
explained
supposed to
it.
be like this.
Those are your white privilege antlers.
Yeah, it is it does seem awfully
White?
Cloroxy in there.
White. Greg says white.
Cloroxy in there.
Yeah, so what are you going to do to be more inclusive? Are you going to...
Well, you know,
Clorox
so
bath?
I'm trying to help it out. I've messaged a couple of girls on Tinder
Nice. You picked
to see
them?
if I can help out the mix.
Tinder.
What do you swipe to be an elk? Is that up? I don't have a lot of experience
So
with
I get
down.
initiated
Exactly,
on,
Greg.
I get initiated on Thursday night, and then they call me on Friday morning, and they're like, "We're playing cards."
Initiated.
I know. What do you picture when you hear that,
I had to
Greg?
go through oaths and shit.
I don't know. Something sexual, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a
it's a
spanking line or something. A
It
goat.
was
I
with a
didn't.
goat.
Did you say, or leather or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing. All of a sudden, he's in bestiality.
You had to mount a goat.
The whip.
Is that what you call the bartender there, or what's?
I don't know if I liked.
I mean,
See, I
last we saw you, you were doing your white privilege sign.
Kelly's like, I mean, like I can go there and be that. I can go for a half hour on that
Goat?
that slant. Yeah, if you want. And that
I
they're
got no
male
point.
and female
I'm a little busy.
inductees. However, I don't think it
Is
would-
that what you call the farm animals?
Farm animal.
I think our it would hurt our
Do the goats wear a suit?
huge viewership. Kelly is working on it hard, though.
I
That's for
haven't
sure.
heard from her for a while. Help us, Kelly.
So yeah,
Your friend Jeffrey Lean says the girl still has an echo.
Oh, that must be you or Faja. I'm not.
I don't think Jeffrey understands how things operate around here.
That's a fact. He's not very bright.
the girl, Jeffrey, you're
You're
treading
pushing.
on thin ice.
Yeah.
I think your echo's gone now, Kelly. I think.
Well, Jeffrey's.
does not understand that I identify as Her Royal Highness.
Oh, I love that. And Jeffrey's from Wisconsin, so it's snowing there right now. I mean,
And I recognize that, Your Majesty.
so he's normally in hibernation.
Okay, Mark said the echo's gone. Mark said the echo's gone.
Jeffrey's normally in hibernation right now until like, what is it, June?
Oops, sorry.
Is that a bless you situation?
I think he was
No.
yawning. I think we bored him.
So
Yeah.
So then the next day they're playing cards, and the incoming as of tomorrow, exalted ruler. Oh yeah, I'm not kidding.
That's not you.
No, I've only been a member for a week.
So so coincidentally, you're a member, and now a new exalted ruler of the Elks is coming in.
And I'll probably be
So
nominated.
wait a minute. So you're an elk king?
Not yet. Hang on.
Well, wait. Let's brainwash everybody. We'll call him Elk King from now on, and everyone will go with it, right? Oh, but
Right.
wait, we're Republicans, so we're on to that game.
You got to throw
But
white.
if there were
In.
Democrats on, they would believe it.
You got to throw white in there somewhere.
Oh, I'm a white supremacist.
No, he's
I'm
the
sorry.
exalted
No, that's
white.
me.
Yeah,
Oh, he's a white elk king.
right. I like that.
We'll go with that.
Okay, I
A
like
white
it.
elk king.
So
yeah, we kind of abbreviated everything, kind of pushed
I
together.
have so many questions. What's it take to
we had to have
be
white in there.
a white supremacist elk ruler?
You have to be. I would appreciate if you. It's a very philanthropic organization, and I would appreciate a little more respect when you're speaking of us.
I just didn't know there were so many levels of hierarchy to the white supremacy.
I'll report you to the exalted ruler. You will not visit again.
Who's the exalted ruler?
Scott.
You'll
is
find
his
out
name.
tomorrow morning when they knock on your door.
That's probably true. Yeah, excuse me.
Well, you would, maybe not though, because we'll get to that. So we're playing cards the next day, and they're like, Baja, you gotta no f-bombs. It's the one thing they don't. No f-bombs, and we're playing 2-card poker for money. We got stacks of money on the table. Mostly ones, but the pots are getting up in the hundreds and everything, and they're like, you can't do that. And we just kind of ignored the exalted ruler to be. What do they call that? The
white supremacist.
I'm losing track. Anyway, he's like, you can't play for money, and basically one of the old members was just like,
So I know.
So now they're asking if we're playing tomorrow, and I'm like, am I still a member? And I thought that they didn't want us playing there for money.
Yeah, and so.
But you're still a member of the Elk Club, right?
I think so.
So I know 3-card poker. What's 2-card poker?
2-card poker, you just get 2 cards.
2 people.
The exalted ruler and Faja.
You just get 2 cards, and then you go, and the ante is $1.
Okay.
And then you go around and say if you're good or you're not.
All right. How many people are in this table? 10?
There were 6.
All right.
7 at one point. So let's say it's the first round, there's $7 in the pot, right? And 3 of the people get out, or 4 of the people get out, 3 of the people stay in, right?
So is it suits and numbers?
You asked me to explain it to you, right?
My bad.
Right. And so the people that got out, then they flip over their cards to see if any of the people that are still in want to buy that set of cards because it's better than the one they stayed in with.
That's where the
for
money
$1.
comes in.
So now maybe one guy buys his set, now there's $8 in, and everybody lays down their cards, right?
2 or 4 now? You just bought somebody else's so you could lay down?
You throw yours away, dummy.
Oh.
You can only use the 2 cards, either the 2 you had or the 2 you bought. So then the winner, the 2 losers of the 3, they have to match the $8 that's in the pot. I win the 8.
I'm already confused.
I know. And so the winner gets the $8, and then the other 2 each got to throw in $8. So now the pot's $16. So if you lose the next round, it costs you $16 if you lose. 32. Or if 2 people stay in and you're up to 48.
Sir in the back seat, you have a question?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Greg. Is it suits or numbers? Or is it blackjack?
Just like
how
regular
the hell
poker.
do you win? Oh, poker. So if I have an ace and a 4, what does that mean?
It means it beats an ace and a 3, or an ace and a 5 beats it.
Okay, what if they're suited?
It usually doesn't come to that. We didn't have it come to that the whole time.
So it's basically retard poker.
I don't know. It's fun.
I'm offended
okay.
there. You just hurt my feelings. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry, retards.
You don't seem that slow to me, Greg.
Me? Oh,
Greg.
I'm definitely slow.
So anyway, yeah. So it was.
Did you win?
It was a fun first day. Saturday.
He owes $100 and what dollars again?
I came with $80. I got up to probably $180.
Woo.
I got down to 0 where I had to borrow $50.
Whoa.
And I left with.
Wow.
What time in the morning?
And I left with $50.
What time did you leave?
So I paid my 50 back and then made 50. So I lost $30 in the
12 hours
3
you
or
were
4
there?
hours that we put.
Yeah, but it doesn't include that gas that you had to put in the car.
Right. Yeah, that was more
right.
than, maybe that's where.
You know how much is that now?
That could be where the $30 went.
So
it's just down the block and back.
So what benefit do I get from you being an elk now?
If you quit being an asshole, you can come have a drink with me.
Oh, boom. I'm out.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's
Kelly, your little promo video was awesome. Yes,
Did you
Scott.
like that? It took me half the afternoon to do it.
Scott Bergan, yes, euchre is a great game.
That's totally Michigan.
Yep, that's totally Michigan.
It really is.
Totally Michigan.
I forgot
Euchre?
everything I know, but I love
Euchre.
that game, man. My grandma.
That's not just Michigan. We play that here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I know
It's Midwest.
It's damn Yankee.
He
That's
just
what I
said
meant.
it's. You guys are so quick to.
I know you're so
You know what?
defensive.
Listen.
Indiana is not.
What's up with the? You're triggered over a card game.
Spell euchre.
Yeah, spell it, Kelly.
EUCURE, smart ass.
CHRE.
Yeah, I don't think that was right, but I like it. I
It's
respect.
okay, but EUCHRE.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
We
Your
grew
Highness, yes, Your Highness.
I have a bunch of freaking relatives or not anymore, they're all dead, but when I grew up, we went to Michigan all the time, and we played euchre with all my aunts, grandmas, mom, dad. It was
I went to college in Indiana.
Oh, wait, no, it's EUCHRE.
See?
Right.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'll admit it when I'm wrong.
Good
Look,
job.
she fact-checked that. She's used to getting fact-checked on Facebook, right?
She fact-checked herself.
So, Kellie, you know.
But it was truth.
Listened to a bunch
That's
of
the derivative part of it.
Steven Crowder this week.
Yes.
And did you watch the show with Ben Shapiro?
No, I've had kids all week because it's spring break.
Woo!
So
And such wonderful weather, right?
Right. No,
Right.
yesterday was great, but no, I have not
Wonderful.
watched it yet. I need to watch it.
it is. So out of that, you know, it came up because these things came up because of telling jokes about people, right? And because of the Oscar thing, which we'll go into that right after this, the Oscar thing. But Crowder goes,
Slap the eagle.
Ben Shapiro looks so young that Kevin
Yeah, he
Spacey.
does.
Kevin Spacey rocks him like a baby.
Ben Shapiro looks so young. Kevin Spacey tried to bag him.
And I think that's so. And Ben Shapiro looks younger every freaking year. The more famous and the more hundreds of millions of dollars he has, he does look
He
younger.
does look young. I hope it's.
So
not
how does that
adrenochrome.
happen? What's going
It's
on there?
obviously adrenal clean or what's.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Drama queen?
No,
Yeah.
that's probably true
Dream
too.
a queen?
What's it called, Kelly?
Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome.
Okay, thank you.
A dreamacrone?
Yeah, it's when you
Adrenochrome.
Yes,
suck the
please.
pituitary gland of babies to get a
And
Oh
buzz.
my
Adrenochrome.
God, not that shit again.
Yes.
Good God, no, I don't want to go down that hole again.
The
Oh my
Kevin
God.
Spacey one really made me laugh.
That's
but
gross.
the Kevin
That's
Spacey one really made me laugh. But then he comes up with, are priests more pissed that Ben Shapiro's a Jew or that he's 40?
It's got to be the
God.
Jew. It's got to be the Jew thing. I mean,
It did not go over with everybody else the way it went over with me, obviously.
yeah, well, you know,
I thought it was hilarious.
I like it too. And I mean, how many more years do we have to hate the Jews? I mean, can't we just it's been like 3,000 years, give or take. Can't we just find someone else to hate more?
Probably not, because if you
Biden. Oh, we already do.
it's
And
I've-
trannies.
I've kind of been into that. Somebody
Fuck yeah.
who gets into researching that kind of stuff, and then if you look at the, they're kind of behind everything.
Who, the Jews?
Yeah,
Oh,
all the bad shit.
really? I mean, other than Hollywood, banking, and the whole killing Jesus thing, what else? What
How
else?
about the Rothschilds?
That is a deep, dark, long
That-
rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it is.
total.
Kelly.
Yeah, I'm out.
Do you know that the Rothschilds are like worth $2 trillion?
Are they
Is it
still alive? I
Shields
mean,
or-
it's Childs.
Well,
Right,
it's
so-
Rothschilds. Yeah.
So when it's
Rothschild.
all the fucking experts.
Well, all of a
Rothschild?
sudden, you know how to pronounce it.
And so I'm going to tell you why
Please.
I think I know what I think
Okay.
I'm saying is I was watching a documentary, asshole. I know you're just pushing my buttons.
Well, it's fun.
Kelly, you've got great clips to make the next promo video.
Oh, please play some Jew jokes.
Really?
And so
Where's this promo video?
they
I
were
didn't
from
see it.
Germany. The family started
It was
out in
on,
Germany. And
As-
back in the 1500s or something, people had symbols and stuff above their doors.
Oh,
And
It's a
they had
moose
a
thing.
red shield above their door. Red in German, I guess, being Roth, and shield being shield, Childs.
so that's not even their real name.
Rothschilds.
Oh, wow.
Suck it.
Hey, I mean, take me from 1500 to today if you can in a short amount of time. Can we speed this thing up a little bit? Get me to today?
I just got it to you. What you needed
You
to
got
know.
me to 1500.
You couldn't even say it right.
I
Anyway.
did. Doo-doo.
Jeez Louise.
It sounded
Oh,
like
well, so
Passover.
next week
Yeah,
with
that
Elf
is a
Hat.
deep. What you asked the
Thank you,
question,
Greg.
and Kelly, that is.
I don't think I did.
I'd like to get. There's a couple of people I follow on Twitter who just I mean, they hammer the Jews like
Hitler?
Whack-a-mole. Like whack-a-mole.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I went too far.
Well, it's the Zionist Jews, not your everyday, I don't believe. Not Mrs. Maisel.
She's funny.
Mrs. Maisel.
Has anybody watched Mrs. Maisel?
That's a funny show.
I'm not kidding.
No.
It's on Amazon.
It is, and I like it.
It is. It's hilarious.
So I doubt. Can I switch subjects, or are you still on?
When Mrs. Maisel was at the USO Christmas show and she didn't know the words to White Christmas because she's like, I'm a Jew.
That's pretty funny. There's nothing better than a white privileged Jew. Now, we don't want to do that because
let's get into something a little more fun.
Let's do that. What are we talking about?
I was going to go
January
to Circle K,
6th or suicide?
We're going to go to the Sleepy Joe and the KamalaDingDong.com.
Woo! You've ruined my freaking now with your elk horns. I can't.
Don't mess with the royal.
Watch your eyes, dude.
And protective order of the elk.
What is it? It's the royal. It's the Royal and Protective Order of the Elks.
Yes.
That's what it's called?
Yes.
Does it have a definition? The
elk.
What is the Royal...
Bigger than a deer, smaller than a moose.
Oh my gosh, I gotta join.
Todd, do you have... What video do you have queued up, if any, at the moment?
Are you wanting to do the walk back thing?
We need a Kamalama Ding Dong.
We're going to do the Sleepy Joe Kamalama Ding Dong. And let's go first with... I think everybody's familiar with... if they use chemical weapons, we'll respond in kind. There needs to be regime change.
None of this happened.
And then, and there was one other, but this was his response to Peter Ducey.
Yeah, he said none of this happened.
And we do need regime change in Jamaica.
Wait a second. Are you wanting to do Biden walk back?
And you've totally misspelled
okay,
Kamalama
this is
Ding Dong.
the thing from the 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you made it sound like it was something that was...
You're missing a syllable in Kamalama Ding Dong.
I know what it's supposed to say. You're right, I am.
Thanks, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Jeez.
Why is she talking about Jamaica in the first place? Can anyone help me with that?
Who's that?
Kamalama Ding Dong.
Maybe she wants to go there on vacation.
Kamalala. Because she's part Jamaican.
Oh, that's true, and Indian.
Jamaican.
Not.
What's the Jamaican?
No, she is. Her daddy's Jamaican.
She is?
Her mama's...
No, I thought she was
no,
Indian.
She's half Jamaican, half...
Jamaican and Indian. Dot.
Yeah, not feather. I had to learn that the hard way.
It's American or in
there is
can't
no...
say it.
Right, so that's why you go with dot and feather.
That is hard to say that. That is a hard word to say.
Are we close?
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to Joe.
None of the three occurred.
None of the three occurred?
None of the three.
I mean, what do you mean none of the three occurred? We heard you say it. You're the President of the United States. We heard you say each of those things. Then we read the walkbacks from your own administrative White House press office. And then we saw you walking back the walkbacks.
So that was, if you're not familiar, which I'm sure everyone is, that was
so
Piers
good.
Morgan slamming the Democratic president. The Piers Morgan from CNN from 4 years ago that everybody hated, that the right completely hated, is now slamming.
Yeah, he's like
for all he's got.
Bill Maher. He's like waking up. I just love
He wants to save himself?
Well,
That's what
Joe Biden says, we're going to respond in like, no. The White House says, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to send troops. No, he didn't mean that.
Well, you said like Bill Maher and waking up, but I think, Bill Maher, I'm not sure he's waking up. I can't, I'd like somebody to sit down with him like, who would be a good person to sit down with Bill Maher?
Jon Stewart.
Shit.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Who would be a good one like Glenn Beck and Bill Maher.
Oh my gosh, that would be perfect.
Because I think
the octagon.
I think Glenn Beck is sincere.
And I think he's cutting edge. I think that guy's he's prophetic in a way.
Like I listen to Glenn Beck. You know, I bring it up all the time. Tim Ferriss had Glenn Beck on. Everybody thinks Glenn Beck is this whatever
conspiracy theory, right wing.
Alex.
That's funny how
but doesn't that equal truth?
Scott,
you're
Dan
right.
Conspiracy theory is truth. Period.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right.
Conspiracy realist.
Oh, I like that.
I like that too.
Scott said Dan Bongino, which would be a good one if he would.
I like him. He's really good. He's
good. I think he would stay. He's sincere as well, and I think he could keep his cool.
So what are we doing? Just having a podcast or a cage match?
I would like to get to the bottom of where Bill Maher's coming from, because like this,
he's pissed at his own party, is what I'm hearing.
Right, but I want to know what the root, because he's saying, look, this shit's crazy. So I don't know really where he stands. Like for me, the middle is the Constitution.
There is no fucking middle, and there's no way the middle is the Constitution.
That is what the middle is.
No, it is not.
If you go one way or another, either way of the Constitution is how this country's supposed to run.
I mean, I agree. I love the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, but there is no middle. There is no middle. There's the not Constitution and the Constitution.
There's supposed to be the Constitution.
But there is nobody in the middle. Is that a libertarian or a librarian or what the hell is the middle?
When you try to adhere
Who are those people? Name one of those people that's defined as your middle. Who on the left believes in the Constitution?
Nobody. That's
but they say they do. They say they're constitutionalists.
Oh, please. Nancy Pelosi. You know, when Nancy Pelosi says that shit on TV, and it's for the American people, I'm like, you lying dog.
Say it, bitch.
Yeah. Bitch. I'd already said it in my
mind. See you next Tuesday, please.
Right. Can't understand.
I get so pissed when I see her up on TV.
Oh, I know, and she can't even make a sentence.
We just figured out what you were saying.
and Jim, I'm not trying to piss you off there. I'm just saying there is no middle. I disrespect the word middle. There is no middle. Yeah, but there's nobody there.
Yeah, there are.
There's the conservatives.
I'm there.
You're the middle? Okay, so you're like leaning left a little?
How?
What the fuck is the middle? The middle is not
the Constitution.
That's what you want the middle to be. That's not what it is.
It is what it is.
But that's not where there is no middle anymore.
I think what he means is everyone needs to meet in the middle, and the leftists will never come to the middle, ever. Right. But the rightists, they will come to the middle, because that's how we all meet together and get along.
Those days are over, John McCain.
The right to believe what we want, whether we're left or right, but we compromise and we talk it out.
There is no compromise. There is no middle. There is no reach across the aisle. There is no middle between good and fucking evil. Sorry.
It's just the right. The rest of it all is evil right now. Well, I think what Jim is saying is we need to meet in the middle, but it's not going to happen because it's too far to the left and too far to the right, I think. I mean, that's what I see.
I think that was
kind of mind-blowing.
That was well put, Greg.
I agree.
It's really mind-blowing. It's sad. It's upsetting.
Do I need to be more specific?
I'm sorry to have to butt in, but
no, go ahead.
I can only handle so much from the real stuff and digging. And like I said, I've only been out, or whatever the hell you want to call me, awake for 2 years. I didn't know I was brainwashed all those years. And, you know, my husband, Cliff, and I were talking the other day, and he said a very interesting thing. He's like, just so you know, Greg, I've been awake for a long time. My parents were smart. You know, my dad was in oh, God, he'll kill me if I don't get the right Air Force, the big dudes in Air 82, 62
Airborne,
Division, whatever it is.
Airborne.
Yeah, and his grandfather was too. And he says, I've always been awake because my parents knew what was going on, and they always were able to go in, his parents were able to go in and to the schools and pick out the teachers for their kids, because he knew what teachers were on board and which ones were not on board back then. And we're talking 70s, 60s, 70s.
Right.
Kamala Ding Dong.
How old's Cliff?
He's 52.
How old are you?
Just turned 52. I'm 6. I am not. I am not a. Well, I don't know. What would be a panther instead of cougar?
Oh my
I'll
gosh!
be a panther.
I like it.
So I'm 58.
I like it.
It's only 6 years. It's not a crate robber.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm out of drinks. Should I get another one?
Yes.
Smart, Kellie.
Yes. And why don't I have another
And
one?
so, my point is that I think that's what the middle should be.
I'm going to walk away so I won't be on that picture.
There will never
But I
be
can
a
hear you.
middle
It has
again.
nothing to fucking do with what I said.
Okay.
Where we were founded and based is
Dead.
is what it should be, and we've bastardized that for 100 years, little by little by little, by compromise, as so that trying to adhere to the Constitution means that you're some right-wing whack job psycho. Yeah, which is not the case.
What?
But that's how you're going to be. There is no middle, though, is my point.
So yeah, so what most people would say, hey, let's meet in the middle, or this the middle, or whatever. I'm like, no. And like Scott said a minute ago in the chat, if you reach out if you extend the olive branch, your hand out is the olive branch to the left, they'll lop your arm off.
For sure.
Oh my God!
When I hear reach across the aisle, all I think about is John McCain and how successful was he as a freaking politician. That guy freaking annoyed both sides, and especially me. And there is no freaking middle. It is good and it is evil. Good and evil. There's no middle.
I think that's what it is now. I agree.
What is the middle of that? Where does good compromise with evil? Where do we say, okay, let's...
We're on two completely different pages.
Well, because you said middle, and that just infuriates me, and I'm
well,
sorry.
You know what?
I think it's my fault.
I think with evil, there is no middle.
I agree.
They want complete control, 100% evil. Period.
And that's who we're trying to negotiate with. So how do you compromise? How does Russia and Ukraine come to a
no? Maybe we
agreement?
should start lynching them.
It's a great idea.
So while we're on, so now that we've gone away and then we've come back, thanks to Greg lynching.
Sorry.
Biden was what the guy from the Robbie.
I was so pissed.
The congressman. What's his name? Do you know his name? Robbie from the.
I don't know.
He's from the first district, which is the south side of Chicago.
Starbucks?
Oh shit!
What, Kelly?
Is it Robbie Starbuck?
No.
No.
Doesn't matter.
I'm trying
I don't know. Anyway, he's like, I'm on my way to the White House. On Twitter, he's like, I'm on my way to the White House for the signing of the Emmett Till anti-lynching act. And I'm like,
finally.
First thing I said to him was, no, you're not. Because nobody's at the White House.
So you're actually like tweeting him back?
Yeah, I'm like, you're an idiot. And I go,
awesome.
And I go, when was the last time somebody was lynched?
I remember.
No shit.
And I think that one, there's a lot of people get charged with this thing in some of these criminal cases, like especially in Chicago, where it's increased like 55% since George Floyd. Murder one. Yeah, that's the anti-lynching law. That's been but you got to make some political bullshit out of it for something that hasn't happened for
250 years.
Nah, 50,
exactly,
50,
a long time.
Years.
I was livid when I saw that. I'm like, oh, is that a distraction again?
Emmett Till, but I don't understand I mean, it's all division
important
and shit. The Emmett Till was from Chicago, okay, and he was down in Mississippi for a vacation, visiting family, and evidently flirted with a young white girl. He was 14. He flirted with a store owner who was in her 20s that was white.
She wanted
he was hung.
I get it. I see what you did there.
I mean, he is a black guy, right?
Todd chimed in.
Kelly, I am so sorry for these three
People.
demented, perverted souls.
One, two.
And they lynched him. And I mean, yeah, it is just it's beyond.
I am
So he was
against
hung
that.
and he was lynched.
It's beyond
for being hung. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, lynch the hung.
We're on track for a whole new. We're
Yeah,
going to be warming up for Tosh.0.
We're going to be
on the
banned more
upcoming
than
tour.
Kellie's been banned.
Yeah.
I hope not.
And so it's horrific what happened and the things that went on.
That's
But
a thing?
What the fuck does it have to do with today?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I thought. I'm like, that's just a whole smear. Like, hey, there's more important things going on here, Biden.
Because they're trying to advance this white supremacy
bullshit
all the time. You know? So that was Biden's.
I was
Biden's
shocked
week.
to see that was a thing. I mean, the fact that took an hour out of Joe Biden's busy day to actually stutter his way through
I
that
wouldn't be
speech.
working on any other kind of legislature, any other legislation, would you?
Well, I mean, things seem to
'Cause
be
we got-
going really
Oh,
smoothly.
This is the first president. This is the first time that America's ever had an anti-lynching
Finally,
act.
is what I.
Did you
that's
know
what.
that? This is the first time.
Well, I did because they had to tell me that. But I think it's a great day as we recognize Transgender Awareness Transparency Day, which.
Good God.
Yeah, I had to. Mark Levin had freaking 2 segments on what WhiteHouse.gov has on the transgender agenda. Wow, that's tough to say.
We're an hour in. We haven't even covered one subject.
No, we got past Michigan.
You got the Kamalala one ready?
Okay. Are you talking about the Twitter?
Ding dong.
Yes.
The Twitter.
Right there?
Tweet.
That one?
We've gotten.
I've been just waiting.
Yep,
but-
it's ready. Let's hear it.
Well, hold on. Let me.
Oh, I gotta pee. I can't
Again?
Take her.
Oh my
Well, I
Is the
can't take
door,
her.
is the door unlocked this time?
I had a small bladder.
I'll be back to comment.
Are you going to go use the restroom while we play this? Okay, here we go. All right. And let's play this, whatever it is.
I'm here, standing here
Oh,
on
Lord.
the northern
Please
flank,
help
on
me.
the eastern
Camel-
flank, talking
Help
about
me.
what we have in terms of the eastern flank and our NATO allies. I want to be very clear. The United States and Poland are united in what we have done and are prepared to do to help Ukraine
Sweet.
and the people of Ukraine. Full stop.
Oh, my
We all
God.
watched the television coverage of just yesterday. That's on top of everything else that we know and don't know yet, based on what we've just been able to see. And because we've seen it or not doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
Because we've
But
seen
just
it or
limited
not.
to what we have seen. I am here, standing here.
Okay. Well, that was all of it.
She's disgusting.
The header on the tweet was, "How did she pass the bar?"
I don't
How'd she get
know.
through kindergarten? Shit.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm serious.
Oh my God.
She's like the weakest person I've ever seen. It's sad. And you got Babylon Biden, who's like gibberish. And it's
You
like,
know
oh
what?
my God.
You know what? I think you just came up with the Biden name.
Babylon Biden.
Babylon.
Babylon Jervis.
Babylon Biden and Kamalala Ding Dong.
Babylon Biden. Yep.
I love it.
I mean, seriously. Now, listen, you two, you three, you four. Did you ever watch Trump and go, dude, shut up?
Never.
No.
I watched a rally this
You
last
didn't?
Georgia rally.
The
I
things-
wanted
Not a
more.
rally.
The
Me
things
too.
he
I
would
wanted
say
more.
sometimes and the way he was so uneloquent, you never thought, Jesus, dude.
I never even thought uneloquent.
I think
love
the one thing
guy.
that really pissed
Okay.
me off with all the Trump stuff, and we all know fake media, but every time they showed him, they always like made him look like he's mean and grouchy. And I know
He's
it was the
just serious.
brainwash. It was awful.
He's serious. He's not playing around.
I know, but the way the media filtered it and played with, they can do all that hocus pocus stuff, and everyone will follow it and believe it.
So I'm
That's the
switching
sad
subjects
part.
a little bit, but he hit a hole
Sure.
in one like a couple days ago, And
Yes, I loved it.
he is so beautiful. He trolls everybody that hates him, and he embraces everybody that loves him, all in the same statement about how his beautiful, award-winning freaking hole-in-one was. And it was like, God, I miss him so much.
I didn't get to see it. And I'd miss him too, but I was at times listening to him and his grammar and going, dude, come on. Anyway,
you know what?
What
He's not
about
perfect.
George Bush?
Oh yeah, Bush.
Give me a break.
So in your guys' eyes, then he was immaculate and perfect.
No, heck no.
No, he wasn't perfect, but you know what? He gave his heart and soul.
My point is that we
to
will,
our country.
that I think the right will call out their people when they're not on point. And that'll never happen no matter what a bungling idiot, what's his name?
Kamala.
Babylon
Biden.
Babylon Joe and Kamala Ding Dong are. They will never come clean on it.
I just truly
Hell
can't
no.
take her
You know,
voice.
that's what's sad. I don't understand that stuff. You know, our Constitution, Bill of Rights and stuff, shouldn't a lot of these people be hung?
I so agree.
I mean, I don't care what decade we're in. I mean, you
I
see
like
big stuff all over, and I think they should be hung.
The only thing France did right is the guillotine.
Guillotine, yes.
Guillotine. But listening to Kamalama Ding Dong makes me miss Hillary, and listening to Babylon Joe makes me miss Obama. I mean, they really do.
Yeah, not me.
Me, definitely me,
either.
because Obama was Satan incarnate, but could put a sentence together.
Oh, right.
He was a very eloquent.
Yeah, Biden is not. And Kamalama Ding Dong gets dumber every freaking day. I mean, I've had
and that
better
hyena laugh of
conversations
hers?
with a 7-year-old.
Cackling idiot.
That hyena laugh. Oh my
And
God.
just so you know, Jim, she will be our president.
I think you're right, Scott. That we do need to
once Biden gets impeached.
stick together. And I'm not sticking with the direction we need to go, like with Trump or whatever. But I'm saying that I can be honest about things when mistakes are made, and when things aren't right, we can be honest about it. They never will.
What's your direction with
You're
Trump?
right. It's sad, but you're right.
You made it sound like you're not on board with Trump.
I'm on board with punching the fucking swamp in the fucking face.
And
in the
who's
throat
going to do that?
Whenever needed. Trump's the only one that would do it. And I didn't like him. Sometimes he didn't sound, his grammar was not so great.
But
Well,
Obama's
here's the
was
thing.
good.
He didn't have prepared speeches. He just talked off the cuff and out of his heart.
He wasn't that
2
good at it sometimes.
Teleprompter.
He's not that good talking off the cuff.
See, I totally
Well,
disagree.
who cares? But he doesn't
I
need a
couldn't-
teleprompter that he can't freaking read.
I couldn't disagree more. You know,
He can read a teleprompter because his
I agree with
No,
Kelly.
I disagree with Faja, Kelly, not you. No, I disagree with him.
His United Nations speech was one of the best ever.
No,
Yes.
That was not off the cuff.
I think Trump and Reagan were the best speech.
He is
doesn't-
no
okay,
Ronald
he
Reagan.
doesn't
Not
read.
I
even
think he
close.
is. I
He's not even
totally,
close.
disagree.
He would lose that vote. If you put that on Twitter and got 1 million people to vote, it'd be 950,000 to 50,000.
The vote doesn't matter
In
to me.
favor of
It's
Reagan.
what I care about.
Right, and you're wrong.
Never.
Are you saying that he was reading from a speech at the what you just said? I can't think what you
The
just said. I'm
United
so mad.
Nations. There's no doubt in
Yeah,
the
he
world
did
that
not
he
read
was.
from a speech.
There's no doubt in the world that it was and that it was a prepared speech.
I just,
United Nations.
every
He doesn't
speech is a
read
prepared
from it.
speech. I just need a little bit
Speaking
of
of
that.
Probably
script,
had
please.
notes.
speaking of scripts, did anyone see that clip? And I didn't grab it, where Biden was reading off those cards and it
Perfect.
said, "Did you see that?"
Yes.
It was like hilarious, and I was like, "Oh my God, busted!"
His kindergarten cue cards.
Which one of these?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! What did
was
it say? It said
hysterical.
tough Putin questions on it.
Yeah.
It
Tough
did.
Putin
I
questions.
laughed my ass off.
That was so good, man. And
That
they
was
were
a great camera shot.
It's
It was a great camera shot, and he failed all of them.
Yeah, I did.
It's
When are they gonna learn?
If they ask you this, say this. Well, I think it was Zelensky. I mean, he could not have handled that any worse.
Yeah.
And he had cue cards. It should have been
I know.
the Jimmy Kimmel Show guy saying, "Okay, audience, laugh here."
I want to get.
But he has that hidden ear plant in his ear where Obama is telling what they do.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say that out loud? Shit.
Right. That would be. Yeah.
That's called a hand.
If I could be in my
the ass.
basement and call the shots.
He is the wet dream of Obama.
Let me,
what do you mean I can have a puppet?
Let me get a couple of things out of the way, and then we'll get into the transgender thing that
Yay!
the topic of conversation tonight.
So there's a little screenshot. I don't know. Oh shit! What's his name? I forget all your guys' names. Jim, Pat.
I'm Pat. I'm the funny
No,
one.
the techie dude.
Todd.
That's Todd.
Yeah. I
Techie
sent a
dude.
little screenshot, and it was about American citizens up against the wall and this thing and the media playing through a horn. I thought it was very interesting. I laughed my ass off when I saw it because it's so true. With what's all been going on for decades, and especially this last 2 years with the COVID fake shit, I don't know if he's able to bring that up, and I don't know how I queue up that stuff.
Did you hear that, Todd?
Did you send it to us?
What's the picture
Yeah, I sent you like 3 screenshots.
Yeah,
a
it's
couple
in the
were
email.
from.
He sent 3 pictures in the email.
Oh, Greg, me.
You might have to
it's
draw
Andre
some.
I've seen
Tasman.
from my groups.
Yeah,
I see
I
where
don't
it
know
says
if you want
pictures
to bring
I've
it
seen
up
from my
later, I don't
groups, but
care.
I don't see any pictures in the email.
Describe it to
There's
us
3
in your
pictures
mind, Greg.
attached to it from Greg.
Oh Jesus! So it's like a cartoon picture, and this person is up against the wall, and then there's the media, the fake media is on the right, and it says fake media. So that person's labeled fake media, and there's this big, not trombone, like a big
astronaut.
Speaker?
With the
yeah,
gun?
like a big, but it's an instrument, the big tuba.
Oh yeah.
And it was like slammed against the person's face, and it says, "Putin is the cause," or something like
Right.
that.
Putin did
And
it.
and like I said, 2 weeks ago we said, "Oh, here comes the distractions."
Right.
It's the Putin price hike. We all know that.
Yeah, it's like the big tuba.
It's the Biden crap.
No, it's
Green
all
New
Putin.
Deal.
No. Well, he's now using the War Protections Act or something to mine for electrical cars. I think he's even though we sold all our mineral rights to China, now he's using the War Protection Act. I can't remember what it's called, but something like that. So we can now mine for what it takes to make electric cars. Because we're not going back, Jim. We're not going to drill for oil. We're going to.
Oh, we need to bring
transition.
oil and coal back. I don't
No,
really
we
care.
don't. My gosh, you're so last minute. I mean, I couldn't believe
Drill,
this.
baby, drill.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed that
Ugh.
I'm going to news channels. So I turned on One American News today, and Biden's on there, and that's what he's talking about. He's going, well, we're going to release 1 million barrels a day of the Strategic Energy Reserve, which
That's
sounds
great.
really dumb to me. And we're going to do that
That's for wartime
And-
emergencies,
exactly.
not for stupidity emergencies.
Yeah, and we're going to do that till the election, I think he might have said, to my mind. We're going to do that till the election, then it's going to be $7 a gallon.
Yeah, then Omicron, to the 10th power will come out by
Yes.
right
Yes.
before election
Yeah,
time, so
yeah,
we can do
October
mail-in
10th.
ballots, and don't get me started on that. So,
I'm so with
so let's
you,
get into
man.
this training stuff, sports stuff. Kelly has a lot of stuff to talk about.
Go, Kelly.
Wait a minute. What are you supposed to play a clip or something? I don't know.
Well, I know you sent us some stuff, right?
I sent the notes from the Steven Crowder.
Yeah, that's
Changed
what
my
we
mind.
want.
Right. Yep.
Let's start it out with the Alex Stein swimsuit video that's queued up on YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God. Must we?
Yes, yes, we must.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh.
What
The
are
other
you,
one.
What are you drinking, Greg?
That says Alex Stein trolls city council as a transgender swimmer, and you're telling me
Yes,
it's the other
that's
one.
it. Okay, my
Okay,
bad.
I'm
That sounds
Remember
good.
the round.
Okay.
My bad.
It's a bourbon old fashioned, by the way.
All right, I love those. What kind
Me
of bourbon?
too. Well, I have so many different ones. Bailey's. Actually, this is a bullet.
He
This is
doesn't get on
bullet.
Facebook, so he didn't see your picture, Greg.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't.
Kelly messaged me. Do I need to call 911? We're going to say no, Mom.
Okay, guys, I'm going to play this.
Okay, go.
Perfect.
Hello, how you guys doing, Council? So my name is Alexandria Stein, and I'm here today to call out
Alexandria.
transphobia here in Plano. I'm currently being restricted from swimming in the City of Plano Swim League against the women, even though it's clear that I reassigned my gender last week. Like, for example, do I look like a man? Obviously I'm not. This is a woman. But they're not going to let me swim and compete against the ladies because of transphobia. So what I need you guys to do is I need you to wake up. We have champions like Leah Thomas. She's an NCAA champion, the best swimmer in college today. I can't get a scholarship unless I'm able to send a recruiting tape to these colleges. So they say, oh, you have an unfair advantage, Alexandria. What looks like, does this look like an unfair advantage to y'all? Does this look like an unfair advantage? There's nothing unfair about this. I mean, look at me. I'm the same as a girl. But yet, you guys are going to let transphobia run rampant. Paige, I'm so worried. You're the city attorney. You really got to stand up and do something because, that is gender bias. And I don't like gender bias. I'm on hormone therapy. So my estrogen levels are so high, they're through the roof. But you guys are going to sit here. You're not going to take me seriously. You're going to laugh at me. I'm trying to compete. And yes, I was born a boy. So what, guys? This is 2022. It doesn't matter what you're born. We have Ketanji Brown Jackson even says she doesn't even know what a woman is. So then I'm a woman. So that's what you guys have to do. If the Supreme Court justice is on my side, then why can't I get the same from the Plano City Council? That's the problem, is I come here and I'm still a victim of transphobia. Yet we have champions like my girl Leah, my sister, and she gets to win, but I don't. Why not? That's what I'm asking you. Why not? Why can't I swim against the ladies? Why are we having a transphobic world where I just want to compete against the ladies? Why are you saying that I'm not a biological woman? Clearly, I look like a biological woman. I mean,
this is so South Park.
Oh my God.
I don't need any more.
Come
on, it's been hours tucking this thing in. Give me a break. I should be able to swim. And I'm on so much hormone therapy, I don't even know left or right anymore. So I'm doing this. I don't have an unfair advantage. No way. So I need you guys to stand up. We have a city issue, Rick, and we can actually fix this and let me compete against the ladies. I'm sick of these women. Oh, you're having an unfair advantage. Yeah, right. And I'm mentally ill, and they won't even let me compete in the Special Olympics. So go figure. Think about that. I can't compete in the Special Olympics, and I can't compete against women. What kind of bigotry is that? Are you guys going to let that stand? I wouldn't let that stand. If I were y'all, I would stand up for me, because in the future, they're going to write these in the history book, and they're going to have to decide what side Plano was on. Were they transphobes? Or were they transpositive? And obviously, I'm transpositive. So that's what I want. I want you guys to wake up to what's going on in the world and tell the City of Plano Swim League to let me compete against the ladies. I've been on hormone blockers for nearly 2 weeks now. And like I said, I'm so messed up from them, I'm probably going to lose anyway. But I can send that tape to a college, and I might get a scholarship, Julie. So don't look at me with your eyes, looking at me all mean. I'm out here trying to change for you. This is women's rights. I'm standing up for women's rights.
Make her stop.
Thank you. It's primetime Stein.
Oh my God, please stop it. I can't take any more
No
either.
shit. This is
Just
so
can't
South
take that
Park,
shit.
dude. South Park was 3 years ago. They were on this. What are you, a transphobe? It was so cutting edge, dude.
He's a funny dude.
Oh yeah, I love that he's.
It's Scott Burgon. It's sarcasm.
No.
I don't understand. Who is this guy? I've seen him, but
He's the cat maximalist.
He's the best troll on social media right now.
South
I
Park.
don't understand how they keep letting him do that, though, in that city county council meeting.
Yeah, everybody else gets thrown out.
Because they get their 2-3 minutes.
Because you can't throw
That
out
would
a
never happen, I don't
tranny.
think, in Indianapolis.
I think that dude was on speed or cocaine or
No
something.
kidding.
No, that's the hormone blockers, Greg.
It's all an act.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever. Shit.
What's next?
Oh, by the
Fozzie?
way, I sent that email again with the 3 attachments. just so you know. Because
Well,
two of them are about this. Two of those attachments are pictures of the group that I on Facebook, the Gay Republicans or whatever it's called, and I'll tell you, we're very pissed off, and it's bullshit. All this stuff. It's just like, what are we doing to America? Oh, we're destroying it. Period.
Fast.
Anyway.
Fast.
It's awful.
Oh, that
It's
reminds
awful.
me. That was one of the things that. So I posted a poll on my page, which nobody really answered.
I did.
I posted it. Huh?
You were blocked.
I did.
Okay. Yes, you did. Then I posted it in a couple of groups, but I only know for sure that one group let it approve the post, and so in the Let's Go Brandon Facebook group, and there is where's it at? Hold on a minute.
It's about the one about the transgender thing, right? And,
Yes.
With
yes.
the parents and
So
stuff, and your girls and granddaughters, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
posted the 3 general questions, and then a couple of people added responses. One of them was, "I am concerned that America has gone to hell." That got half the votes, and then it says, "I'm wondering why we haven't taken up arms yet and removed these liberals." That got 36 votes,
Yeah.
and that was really the only 2 that people added. I thought that was hilarious that they added responses because the one that got the most votes was, "I am concerned about the possibility of my daughter competing against a biological male."
Yep.
See,
Which
you
is
can't-
what I
Of
did.
people actually 55 people commented on top of responding to the their clicking on their response. 55 people commented, so I thought that was awesome.
That's a pretty good response.
Yeah, and the main most of them were saying, "Absolutely, I have 2 daughters, and I wouldn't want males who want to be girls competing with them." I mean, it's just, or in the restrooms.
Well, it's just dumb to be a biological female anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say biologist?
I'm not a
Yes,
biologist.
I'm not a biologist,
Are you a biologist,
so what?
Pat?
Yeah, right. That's kind of where it's going. Exactly.
We all just need to be male.
Yeah,
White supremacist?
So we
I'm
can
confused.
propagate the species.
Or black, or purple, green,
Elks.
yellow.
We all need to be
brown.
white male elks.
White male elks. Right.
The sick thing is, we are literally turning our world upside down over less than 1%.
No, it's up to 2 now.
I mean, it's literally a fraction
Not of the
1%.
trans community. It's not 6%. It's 6
What?
tenths of. He said it's up to 2%, and I said not for the trans community.
Bullshit.
If you look at
Bull.
the advancement of the of the LGBTQIA2 squared,
So that is
commun-
not trannies.
But
if you look at that,
binary,
the
binary
advancement of that freaking cause in the last decade, you'll be astonished.
That's true, but what I'm saying is,
Transgender.
As
No,
far as
I'm with you.
actual
You're right, Kelly. You're
people
right.
that have transgendered from male to female, how many are actually wanting to play sports? It's less than 1%.
.000000001.
Yes.
It's not.
And here's my thing, and I've been saying this all along. If you are a parent of a girl you've spent tens of thousands of dollars through, whatever age they got into the sport until they're 18, 19, 20, whatever. You spent money on coaching. You spent money on lessons. You spent money on all this stuff, hoping for them to further their career in this sport, possibly get a college scholarship, whatever. If those people are not jumping up and down and screaming and yelling and throwing fits, vomiting, their heads spinning around like The Exorcist,
Blood spitting out their eyes.
sorry for them. They have to stand up for themselves or they're screwed.
You're right.
And so far they haven't been. So I mean, it's
Why is
kind of hard
everyone
to feel sorry
silent?
for them.
Everyone's so silent because they're scared.
Yes,
They're scared.
I totally
They're
feel sorry
fucking
for them.
scared.
But they have got to stand up, and because it's the squeaky wheel that gets the grease, and they are not raising enough hell.
They're not squeaky enough, that's for sure.
There's
No.
31.
It's sad because a lot of Americans are scared.
They're
They don't.
literally
They're
throwing
afraid that-
away all this.
Yeah.
Because they're scared of being labeled. Who gives a
So
shit?
just sit there and don't give
Yeah.
a shit on your ass
Yeah.
and don't do nothing. And then when it's all gone, you'll be
And
like,
that's how they get their
oh,
way.
shit,
That is
I should have
exactly
done
how they
something.
get their way.
right.
That is the
Scare tactics.
that's
Scare, threaten.
apathy
Take
is
rights
will
away.
be the death of us.
Well,
Void 'em.
I get that too, but we really, screaming is great and I encourage it. Stand up, great. Fight back, say no, do all that shit. But when it really comes down to it, we don't have a lot of power.
Well,
I
we
don't-
need
I
to
don't
have
agree.
power.
I don't agree. No,
I
there's
agree.
way
I think,
more.
you know.
There's way more of us than there are them, but none of us will stand up.
Well, they have the microphones, and all we have is a freaking hand. And
No, jerk the microphone out of their hand.
Yeah.
I encourage that. I'm not fighting you there. I'm not.
I'm just so sick. I'm
That's
really
what we're
just
trying
so
to
sick
do
and
here.
tired.
I know, and I look
I'm
at
so
that.
sick and tired of wimpy conservatives that are just afraid to stand up. They won't do anything. Well, what if this happens? This leads us right into the January 6th situation.
Yeah, and what
about
we
that
need to
guy
do,
killing himself.
and we need to organize like they do. We need to fight like they do. We need to fight like
Right, I
freaking
agree.
terrorists like they do. The don't say gay law. I don't mean to switch subjects, but to have the freaking Oscars say that and to have it proposed or marketed as don't say gay when that has nothing to do with the law.
Right.
It's kindergarten through third graders. You guys can't take a freaking cigarette break until they get to third grade. I think that should
Right.
go through the entire school system. That law should be law in the entire public school system. But we have the entire country enraged, Disney protesting, freaking just like the All-Star game and all the other stupid protests. They rile up their base to the point of...
I have to butt in because you know what? The problem with America is, and especially the sleep people, but we all need to say, hey, don't support these media corporations. Don't watch their stations. Don't buy those products. Fuck them.
Right.
Don't. But how do you? But a lot of people can't get that in their head, and it's the media is like so brainwashed. Everyone, how do we save all these people?
But I like football.
How do we knock the shit out and say, hey, wake up?
But I like football and I like basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I
I
do
can't-
agree to that,
I can't
Steve.
quit
And then they
watching
got
it.
those little people in sports that kneel to the flag. What the fuck is that? 2 decades ago when they were talking about we can't say a president. When we were kids, we brought up a pledge of allegiance of the flag every morning in school. Oh, they said they had to get rid of that because
Those were the good old
not everyone
days.
believes in God and stuff. And then decades of breaking up everything. It just
And that's
sucks.
what we're still on that path. Nothing's changed. We see
we need to.
you've just described the evolution of their progressive agenda.
Yeah, it's sad. It sucks.
Because we've compromised. We just keep compromising. We just keep compromising.
We don't have the microphones. They have the microphones.
They
How do we take them away?
We're not compromising. We're all of us agree, and there's probably 75% of the country, in my opinion, that agrees with what we're saying. We just
That
don't.
is true.
But they won't admit it,
They
and they won't come
say that
forward.
they do.
And they
won't
won't come
say that they
forward.
do.
Well, where are they going to say it, Kelly? What are you going to?
Everywhere.
We're doing it right now. We have a giant population of people that agree with us, but they have systematically taken over every institution of America that has any relevance, from the culture to the academia to news to freaking...
So the bottom line is, China really has the roots deep in America, don't they?
I'm
Yes.
going to learn
And
Mandarin.
the thing is,
Way
that
beyond anyone's imaginable dreams.
the way they did it is because we've been asleep at the wheel for about 70 years at
Yes,
least.
Yep.
you're right, and we let them do it. But how do you get it
Yes.
back? How do you get it back?
Well, what happened was it's all about money and greed, power.
So
greed.
how do you get it back?
Got to get rid of the corrupt politicians.
You just have to keep fighting.
See, my proposal is nuke Washington. Is anybody on board?
Absolutely.
All right.
That's what I always think.
I'm going to call
Where's a
Putin.
good,
Faja's
I think the government's gotten too big here.
Tsunami
for sure.
or earthquake.
That's
I'll take
really
anything.
Kelly. You're so close. I mean, I think
Tsunami.
that
I
really.
like the earthquake.
9/11
How about a black
galvanized
hole
us.
down in the
I
right
don't.
there?
I'm not against a black hole or an asteroid, but the last time I remember the middle that we all talk about as if it's such a great place was 9/11. Everyone had their flags out. Everyone was on the same side.
Well-
Democrats and
And how long did
Republicans.
that last?
But 9/11 was
month.
staged.
A month.
But
Yeah,
that
irrelevant.
lasted literally what?
Irrelevant.
2 to 4 weeks.
You
Yeah,
know what
I
we
know,
could
but I'm
do?
just saying
Here's
that
the-
it
here's the
takes that. It's going to take nuking Los Angeles or Washington to bring us all together.
You know, I think I know what to do it.
Tell us.
A bunch of hackers get into all these big media corporations,
Oh, it's happening.
all the news, and reprogrammed all these sleepy people and show them what's really going on and what we need to fight about is our freedom in the United States, or we're going to lose the Constitution. All
No,
that
what's
shit.
really going to happen is we're going to go dark, and we're all going to go back to zug, smash freaking food over the head. I mean, that's the only cure. I'm not kidding. I'm really not. It's so sad to say.
Well, Pat, you do have a good theory there because China wants us to become a third world country, right? And that's the whole thing.
No, that's wrong.
Or below that, right?
No,
they want us enslaved.
Our politicians want us to come down to the level. Our own politicians want us at that level.
Yeah, they want
You're totally
to be
right.
able to totally control us. And the thing is, people are so freaking stupid. I mean, how they proved how easy it was with the scamdemic. Everybody just fell in line. Literally, they literally fell in line and
Comply.
and just did whatever they said. You know, you can go to work, or you can go to this. You can do this on this day. Blah blah blah. I mean, everybody just followed it.
And that was a test drive. I think
It was. You're right.
I think everything is in our lifetimes not far from now. Everything is going to go dark, and you're going to be stuck to beans and rice. Nobody's car's going to work. We're going to go down to freaking farmers markets in your local neighborhood. I mean, in my opinion, Glenn Beck says this too.
Yeah, you can walk there.
I'm just saying, Glenn Beck is saying, live near like-minded people, Christian values are going to come back in. We're not going to have cell phones. We're not going to have cars. We're not going to have anything that we're used to, and it's going to happen like that. The currency is going to be manipulated by the government.
So many people don't believe anything you just said. And the funny thing is, Biden just said last week, we are going to have food shortages. Did any of those idiots even hear him say that?
I did, and I was like, why aren't people screaming?
If
Really?
they heard him, they literally went in one ear and out the other. Oh,
I did. It was so sad, Kelly. I heard the same thing. It's like, oh, he's putting it out there now, so a month or two from now.
Kidding.
He's
just
yeah,
kidding.
we'll see.
He didn't mean that.
It's just a
Yeah,
gaffe.
we'll see.
It's just a gaffe.
Yeah, whatever.
But no, I truly
This is
believe
just like he
that.
doesn't smell the little girl's hairs.
I know, and
Say it out loud.
then there's no nutrition in that.
Or pinch the little girl's
Protein. Isn't there protein in that?
Maybe.
Gross.
You weirdo.
Sorry. Hey, I'm just saying.
Well, I mean,
I'm not a biologist. By all
yeah,
means.
obviously, if you get the adrenal,
I don't know what a woman is.
If you
'cause
get
I'm
the
not a
adrenal gland, there's some protein in there.
Kelly likes that one. I'm sorry, but that biologist shit, this fucking court thing.
What do you want to talk about, Jim?
She's a complete clown.
Let's talk about her.
Kentucky Brown is a complete
Black
clown.
judge.
We already talked about
In the area of the transgender situation, you know, everybody thinks that Fox is the right-wing flag bearer, which they're not.
They're not because if they were, they would have had the convoy on there.
They just hired Caitlyn Jenner.
Ta-da! Because
So-
Yeah,
that's
what's
what
that
they were
mean?
missing.
To push that and
Miss Wheaties?
so we can push that. So
Or
they
should
can
I say
push
Miss
that
Weenie?
transgender.
Yes, but
Wieners?
she,
Weenies.
uh,
Wieners?
she is against transgenders playing in sports.
I'm on
I
his
agree
side.
with that. She is.
Has
Yeah,
he-
it is.
I
Yes.
still, that's a good. I didn't know that. I mean, I would guess that to be true, probably. But
No, he said
she
she's.
said
Has
it.
he had his wiener
I-
cut off? Does anybody know?
no, I don't think.
He
so.
still
don't
has a
know.
wiener.
Yeah, it's on
I have
eBay.
no idea.
That would be great for the
Did I say
studio.
that? Shit.
It's still not a good hire.
Oh my gosh! Do we really need Bruce to tell us how to feel? I mean, maybe Disneyland should hire him.
No, let's not go Disney now.
Yeah, well, Disney's. Somebody said, if Republicans keep it up, Disney will be out of Florida by the end of the year, and I'm like, I hope so.
I hope so.
Yes, Ron DeSantis said he was going to thinking about taking their special somethings away from
No,
them.
I think that's awesome, Kelly. They were saying because they're their own city. They have their own police force, their own garbage. They've got their own community.
That's scary right there.
I
Especially
know.
with the sex trafficking.
I mean, they'll
Called
never
Disney
freaking take
government.
it away, but I just think that's great. That's a great threat, because I'm sure they get
Yeah.
tax benefits. I'm sure they get all kinds of other
Yes.
government
Take it
loopholes.
all away,
Out of
baby.
here.
Take
Yeah,
it all away.
I agree 100%.
It'll never happen, but it's a great thought.
And Disney's done some really bad shit over the years with their little animated stuff and their little programming and
Oh,
Yeah.
the video
Well,
of
now we got
Aladdin.
the
Did everyone see the original VHS version of Aladdin? It was like 4 fucking dildos as the castle. And I
Yeah.
have it. I bought it.
Yes,
For $100
there's a lot
off the
there's
internet.
phallic symbols in a lot of their movies.
Yep.
So what were
Yep,
you saying,
it's
Jim?
awful.
their executive producer was recorded in a meeting bragging about her inserting her queer agenda, her not so secret gay agenda, and queer influence she's putting in movies.
Well, and,
Right.
and
I saw
another
that.
one
It
of
was
them was saying
disgusting.
about her pansexual and
She's got a pansexual
Tranny.
kid and a transgender kid.
Tranny.
yeah. Well, and I don't know the ages of these kids, but I had to Google
7
pansexual.
and 6, I think.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how old
So-
they are, but that wouldn't surprise
It
me.
wouldn't
They're
surprise
sick.
me either. What the heck is what's the right number to be a tranny and a
Did
panty?
we talk about last week or even the week before about the as speaking of the ages, the person that I saw on Twitter that, oh my God, you guys, look at these. These are so cute. They're toddler tuck panties.
And you don't
What the
mean
fuck's that?
my partner
Oh, shit.
Tucker, right?
So you can tuck so they can tuck their little pee-pee.
Oh,
It
that's
looks like a girl.
Didn't you hear about where they're one of the hospitals children's hospitals are given like tuck training?
oh my gosh. Todd, have
To-
you ever
What the
Jeez.
fuck is tuck training? What is
Todd,
that?
have you ever tucked?
Oh gosh, no. That would
Jim,
be painful.
Have you
wouldn't
ever
it?
tucked?
Are you talking about tucking the kid in their blanket?
Are you hung enough to tuck? Because
I'm sure
I know you
a
ain't talking to
3-year-old
me.
is.
see, I'm embarrassed that I've tried all my life, and I
Kelly.
Can't tuck.
yeah, I'm
There's
like
not enough there
I'm
to tuck.
4 or 5 inches away from a good tuck.
Yeah, it's just
All right,
the whole thing.
so I'm a 5th grader here in school. What does tuck mean?
It means taking your junk and putting it behind you so it doesn't look. It's Leah Thomas tucks.
Oh, we're talking about drag queens.
Yes,
Greg, have you
RuPaul. RuPaul has
Greg,
many
you know-
videos
Yes, I've
about
seen the
it.
movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tu Wong Fu.
Yes.
Tu
Yes.
Wong Fu.
Tu
Yes.
Wong
Yes.
Fu.
Yes. But I was like, what are they talking
She's
about?
breaking
Yes.
out the 80s.
I know.
Grape.
I was there.
When
I'm
they
sure you
were
were.
on Oprah, when that movie came out, they talked about these things called gender benders.
Oh, duct tape?
That's large.
No.
That's large
Oh, pull
males
it all
wanting
back,
to be
right?
females.
They
Yes.
pull it all back up the crack.
You tuck
Yeah, I
it
know
all
what you
in
mean.
and
Yeah.
you pull it in
Yes.
between and tie it up around
Yep.
your waist.
See, as my partner Jim refuses to, acknowledge that I have a podcast, but we started out and now it's called Stuck with Tuck on Spotify. You should listen to it.
Tuck with tuck.
Yeah, but the first name,
It's got a new meaning now.
the first name was What the Tuck. So as we were exploring this before we ever started, we Googled What the Tuck. And the first video that comes up is a RuPaul YouTube video on
course.
exactly how to tuck.
Duct tape.
Yeah, and I had no
So
idea.
I have to admit, when you guys were saying tuck, I was like not sure what you were talking about. But I know some drag queens
Stuck with
from my
tuck.
days, back in the days, and they talked about how they duct tape that shit back in there.
See,
That's all I'm saying.
that's probably what the
Yeah, can you
video I
imagine
never
peeling that
clicked on
stuff off?
showed.
God help they shaved.
Yeah, obviously. Well, all right, good talk.
God.
So, how about
So did you want to play this Disney thing, Jim?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, let's
Oh, I'm
play
not
her.
Jim.
Yeah, let's play her.
Okay, here we go.
Love you, Jim.
It's like I love Disney's content. I grew up watching, all of the classics. They have been a huge, informative part of my life. But at the same time, I worked
Informative?
at small studios most of my career, and I'd heard, you hear whispers. I'd heard things like, oh, they won't let you show this at a Disney show, and I'm like, okay. So I was a little stuck when I started, but then my experience was bafflingly the opposite of what I had heard on my little pocket of Proud Family Disney TVA.
It's a lot of
The
likes.
showrunners were super welcoming. Meredith Roberts and our leadership over there has been so welcoming to my not at all secret gay agenda. And so I feel like I felt like it was. I mean, maybe it was that way in the past, but I guess something must have happened in the last. They're turning it around, they're going hard, and then all that momentum that I felt, that sense of I don't have to be afraid to let's have these two characters kiss, let's in the background I was just wherever I could, just basically adding
someone's
queerness
sign
to,
language.
Just so rambling. It's like, what the hell is she rambling about?
Exactly, and there's somebody sign languaging
no
it.
one was trying to stop me.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, for the people who can't hear.
How do you get so far in life with somebody likes? I just don't understand how you can
I don't know.
talk
He's
to
talking
this,
about,
but
dude.
I mean, I went
oh
to
my God.
a bunch of days in a row of school, and I never say and then they
Like what?
and then they
Like, what are you talking about?
say I like, and it's
Like Kelly? We like Kelly. We love
I
her.
do like Kelly.
I love the scarf, by the way. It's very festive.
Thank you, Greg.
Festive.
Very
indeed.
pretty.
I can't even
Thank you.
see Kelly.
Mark commented just a few minutes ago about, what did he say?
Greg didn't drink enough.
I think, yes.
That wasn't like it.
Well, Todd answered him. I think he
Like
said,
what?
He said, I'm not a very smart guy, but I do know that this is a spiritual war and it can only be fought in the spirit.
I agree. Totally.
And which is
Come on, say it.
quite the true
Faye J.
statement. Quite the true
It is
statement.
100% true.
It's
So-
it's the only hope we have. God is the only
Oh.
thing that can bring us back to freaking reality.
And the
So did
thing
anyone
is,
get my email?
Which one?
I forwarded again back to.
You talking about the three
Big Heart
pictures?
Radio.
I've got them.
Well, not the one, the two, because I already, unless you want to show that, but the other two are we were talking about trainings and stuff. So on the Facebook post, it's a couple pictures, and they're kind of funny, I thought. And if you want to share them,
Well,
it's cool if you don't.
just
that's
talk
fine.
about them. Which one? I mean, whenever you put
Oh.
one up, I'll put it. I put that
No,
one up.
I emailed it to you. I don't know how it works. I thought he just emailing you, just pull it up.
He's looking at
Well,
the email
which
right
one?
now.
Which one do you want to see? You got three.
No, well, the one with the horn. Well, show all three, because then they'll see the horn, and just do all three.
Well,
I have a comment going back to what we were just saying about
Yes, Kelly.
it is definitely a spiritual war. Yes, 100%. And there's mixed schools on that, because it's if all we did was just sit around and pray, that's not, I mean, yes, that is the most important thing, but you still have to put feet to your prayers.
Action.
You still have to put action. You can't just sit around and not voice your opinions and voice the truth, because, you know, that's how you wake people up. But I mean, it's the analogy that I always go back to is like when the Israelites were marching around Jericho, God told them to march around every day 7 times, 7 days, and then, you know, when the blow the trumpet and the walls fell completely down. And I don't know if you guys know that entire story, but yes, they were praying, they were marching, they were singing, everything. But a lot of people don't know that the actual truth of that teaching is the walls did not fall down, and they climbed over the walls. Okay, that's not how it happened. The walls fell down through the ground to where the ground was flat. They did not have to climb over anything. There was no work involved other than them marching around the 7 times a day for the 6 days, and then on the 7th day, blah blah blah. But I don't think a lot of people even know about that teaching, that it didn't like crumble like a building that we see like 9/11, where all the rubble was there. It was flat.
Yep. We have to push through it.
That is our miracle working God, what he can do. So yes, prayer is the number one most important thing, but we still have to put feet to it.
Feet to the ground and push the wall down.
Amen.
I agree with that. We have to be there, so I think we all need to march down to Washington D.C., all Americans, and push that fucking gate down.
And go to jail for 2 years with no.
Not if it's about 3 million, 5 million people walking toward that.
Dude, did you see the freaking overview of the people that were there on January 6th?
Yeah.
It looked
was
almost like Obama's.
Kellie was there.
It almost looked like Obama's immaculation.
Oh.
I mean,
he brought up the picture.
I'm saying it was a shit ton of people, and they're all on a list for the rest of their lives. A big chunk of them are in jail for 2 years without charges. I mean, are you really willing to, whatever the hell we think the solution is, to go do that? I mean, that's not the solution. They have the freaking power. They will beat you down. There's got to be a better strategy. I mean, you can go march, you can talk, we can freaking podcast, we can blah, 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 but there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way.
Yeah, I agree. So we have to figure it out. But anyway, in the meantime, Pat, he's got the picture up, because I see it up there.
Yep.
I don't. I can't
When you're
see
not
it.
the prettiest girl on the NCAA swimming team, we all know what that picture is.
Herman Munster with with
there he is,
locks,
training
with locks.
He's going to sports.
So
Go
NBC actually,
or girl.
NBC actually feminized Leah Thompson and made her softer.
Yes,
and
I saw that.
Oh my gosh, these people are so demonic.
It was Photoshopped.
Yes.
So can you cue up the other picture?
Which
the
one?
With the, I think it's the motorbike.
See, at least Bruce Jenner had to
like
make
the
himself
bicyclist
look
and the motorbike
sexier.
thing, because that's funny.
It's up there.
Anyway, go ahead, guys.
Yeah, it's the. Can you see it?
Yeah,
there
that
it is.
one.
Motorcyclist who identifies as bicyclist sets cycling world record.
Yeah, there we go. Yes,
That's
this
pretty
training
funny.
there from those girls is the male, whatever. It's
Yeah,
funny.
there's.
Because we'll see that shit now.
It's funny, but it's not so far from the truth.
No, we're
I
there.
know. That's
We're
what's scary. It could
absolutely
be next
there.
week. Headlines.
I mean, if we read what Biden said today, if you go to whitehouse.gov right this second and read whatever the hell we're calling today as the visibility of Tranny Day,
No problem.
you will be shocked
Thanks.
at what we're saying today means.
Yep.
Everything from passports to air travel to freaking pronouns. I mean, it's all covered in there. And I didn't even hear it all.
So did anyone see that clip on that woman went off on that the girl that was in the I forget, Army or Navy, whatever, and she had a baby and it was crying, and she like flipped out and got all like pissed off, and eventually she got kicked off the plane. But I was surprised it took so long. It was like a 45-minute deal.
I didn't see it.
Anyone see that? Oh, it was awful. I'm sorry. I'll try to find that and talk about it next week. It was awful.
Sounds perfect.
Well, listen, we're about 10
But
minutes.
it was a. No, go ahead. Sorry.
We're about 10 minutes past our time, guys, so we're going to wrap it up. But thank you.
That was
everyone.
fun. That was fun. We talked about
Greg,
everything.
Kelly, Pat,
Kelly,
Todd,
can we like just
thank
pray
you.
for America?
Yes, I do. We do every day.
Thank you.
We have to.
Absolutely.
We need it.
Well,
We're
listen,
really
guys,
fucked if we
thank
don't.
you. We'll talk, over the next week and such, and figure out.
Oh, by the way, Jim, I'd like to come down there and visit.
Come on, check it out.
All right.
It's
As
awesome.
soon as Pat comes off some of those frequent flyer miles.
We got enough in a swear jar after tonight, probably.
Yeah,
My
right?
wife wasn't crazy about that idea.
Where's she want to go?
Neither of us want to go anywhere. That's
Okay,
the
then.
saddest part.
All right, guys. Well, listen, thank you, and we will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat station. Play Harder Radio. Have a great weekend.
Everyone have an awesome weekend. Thanks.
Yes, you
Peace
too.
out. Peace out. What the fuck?
I mean,
That was funny.
much better moose hands than I do.
Good night, everyone. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.